Coach, now that you've seen some film from Friday night, just your thoughts offensively, what you think?
Still got a lot to clean up. I thought the effort was good. I think the biggest thing with us is, you kind of said it coming off the field, is we got to get some continuity going with the offense. We've been repping 4 quarterbacks and interchangeable up front, O-line. It's a different combination every day, really almost every other snap it's a different combination. So, that's the things that we got to try to focus in on these last 4 days to start developing that. I thought I saw some really good things from the scrimmage. I thought Justice Hanson came out of the scrimmage and really, moved the ball. He still got some things to do, but for a guy that hadn't had a lot of reps, I was real impressed with some things that he did, throwing the ball and running the ball. So, from that aspect of it. And then, like I said, once we just got to get the continuity going and get the guys repping with each other and settling in on a kind of a 2 deep, so to speak.
And you mentioned that 2 deep. Is your plan to have, say, a new quarterback depth chart set when you leave spring and then come in fall with the same one, basically?
Yeah, I think we'll have you'll have a pecking order, as far as how we'll end. But, the competition's never over. You come in and the freshmen may come in and beat everybody out. It's just you got to come every day. That's a good thing. I think all of them, every one of them, are very capable quarterbacks. But we'll have a pecking order going into fall camp, and But like I said, the competition it'll still be open. If a guy comes in and beats somebody out, then we're gonna play the best guy. But you definitely have an order going in.
The lack of healthy and available bodies in the O-line, how much is that slowing you down right now?
I think it's probably slowing us down, definitely from a tempo standpoint, just because you got to rest them and you got to get guys in, and different snap counts and things like that. And then also those guys just developing, continuity with each other and pass protection and things like that. Jamal Faulkner, he played right tackle, right guard, left guard in the scrimmage the other day, and Maxwell, he played guard most all the way up until the scrimmage and played all tackle. So, some of it's not fair to those kids. They're having to do a lot, and mentally it can be a lot at times. So the biggest thing is we just got to get healthy. We got to get our healthy bodies back in here for summer camp, and we've got to have a really, really good summer leading into summer camp. And then, you've only got about 20, 25 practices to get ready for Toledo.
Speed of the practices out here, is up tempo. Friday night, one of the things, you are telling them go, but having refs in the game, you gotta have to wait on them. But still, was the tempo there, or was that much the effects of the refs in there?
I think it's a combination of everything. I think at times it's unrealistic pace out here, and that's kind of the way we run it. And then the game, it slows down, and it kind of slows down mentally for the kids too. But no, the other day when we got 4 or 5 yards on first down, then we got into a good tempo. There were a couple times we get a 7 or 8 yard gain and we got a holding call. We got a 7 or 8 yard gain and we had to change an offensive lineman because one got hurt. So that hurts your tempo as well. There were several factors. I thought, at times that it was really good. We had a couple. The one long drive that we had, the tempo was good. We were able to overcome some penalties. It's always going to got to get better, and we can always improve in that area.
At the skill positions, especially at the wide receiver position, you got a lot of weapons. How's some of those battles playing out in your mind? There's so many guys that redshirted last year that are coming in that Coach Pascal mentioned even last year that they could have worked their way into the depth chart, but kind of held them out. But just the battles that you've seen there.
I think the biggest thing is there has been competition at every one of the skill positions: receiver, quarterback, running back, and tight end. We've got a lot of good players there. It's been interesting to see. It's been good to see a guy like Omar make the play on the big ball. I think he's got a bright future. Chris Murray's a guy that didn't have any catches the other night, but he comes to work every day. Dijon, we know what those guys can do. We're looking for guys that come in and really push those guys, and they have. And you'll see several guys play at all those positions. And, Cameron Looper's just got to get reps. He had some MAs, but you can see what he can be. And then the tight end position has been a good competition as well.
I was going to ask about that tight end position. Blake Mack working over there. Just his progress, what you've seen.
Blake is a very, very intriguing player because of the things that he can do. He's very versatile. He's got to get better at blocking in line scrimmage, and he knows that. And But what he brings to the passing game from the tight end position is very unique. You know, you kind of see this day and age football using guys like him, and really all of them. They're all really good players, and all have a major. They're gonna have a major role in this offense. But he's just a guy that can, you know, kind of surprise me, you know, more than anybody else because he hadn't played tight end. And I think he.
Look at it glistening.
Offensive line's in kind of a ponderous situation right now, though. I mean, how would you say that you guys as a group are coming along despite all the obstacles?
Kind of like I said before, it's been kind of a blessing